In the bottom right starting location, we have one of the best Terran players in the whole world. He is
Startail Bomber.
Down a game in the series, surprisingly so.
In the upper left, so far playing perfectly, he is
MVP Super.
Super.
You have to think that Super probably was just like, what happened that last game, you know?
Yeah, I really think part of this game comes down to most players will make Colossi for less of a period of time with that base at that timing. Because he had the third base up so fast.
He had 5. So a lot of people stop at 3. We've even
seen
stopping
at 2
stop
sometimes.
At 2. Yeah.
And so I think Bomber was thinking, all right, Storm's probably almost finished, and I can hit this. Well, he doesn't have a lot of Colossi because he never scanned to check really how many Colossi there were. And he thought he could just rush down the Colossi and kill them before they could kill the bio and then have the SCVs come and finish them off. But it just did not work out that way. It was a little bit weird. And we are going to have a Reaper build
heavens
here.
to Betsy.
Maybe even Marauders. He could lift the barracks and land it in the main and make Marauders, but most likely Reapers here. You know, actually, he could do Marauders on this map. It would be pretty good. If he lifts it and makes a tech lab in the main.
A lot of it will depend on what the Protoss actually decides to do here. But this is interesting. Now, Bomber has been cheesing a little bit more lately.
Yeah.
Not a lot more, but I mean, there's a point in time where he pretty much didn't cheese.
Yeah, he was becoming a little bit predictable at that point, so I like his decision to kind of throw this back in there. And is he going to lift? No. Starts a Reaper. It's very close to his opponent's base, like super fast.
And, you know, here's one thing to note is that a lot of Protosses are not getting the Zealot out. And even with the Zealot out, it doesn't mean that you're safe. I mean, the Reaper is faster. It's just a more nimble unit.
Yeah.
And this actually, depending on how much damage it does, could cripple Super enough that he's unable to bounce back from this. We'll see. Now, this is not an all-in, just so you guys know. It's just a proxy.
He's mined exactly 100 gas. He pulled out a gas so he can get more Marines back at home, and he's actually going for one of the probes. Great micro here by Super, but not good enough. He loses one probe. He needs that Mothership core out desperately. A Stalker on the way, too. How many probes is he actually going to get? He only gets one so far.
Well, this is a lot of lost mining time as well.
Oh, nice. Gets 2 and gets away.
It's really hard to surround the Reaper with this. We do have the Stalker out now and the Mothership core out. And Reaper almost getting cornered there.
I really like Bomber's choice to transition out of this entirely, mining exactly 100 gas, pulling out knowing he needed 100 gas for 2 Reapers.
Yeah.
And then he just went right into Marine production, got a command center up at home. He is going to have to lift this barracks, though. It's not going to do anything else
Marine
for him
is
here.
pretty funny, by the way.
Yeah. I guess he could try to damage the Mothership core, but it's not going to be a good
idea.
I'm
a little confused by this.
Well, I guess they're just going to ignore each other like they had an awkward argument.
This is like an interesting race that we're seeing here. Now, the Reapers are going to get regen going on, but this Marine needs to get back there to that bunker. Kind of a funny game so far.
Yeah, and it looks like Super's going to go into Blink Stalkers to follow this up. He could also go DTs, but Blink Stalkers are so good on this map.
Well, you know, Blink Stalkers are, I'm sorry, please go ahead. I mean, they're so good on this map. One of the things you could do is blink into the main here using the Mothership core. You can also just blink away when you're taking damage at the front. There's just so many different options.
Yeah, in Wings of Liberty, it was so much harder to do a blink push like this because you needed the Robo for the Observer, but now he already has the Mothership core for high ground vision, and Blink is on the way, so this is a great follow-up to this. He's going to add the gates. Bomber, he could see this with his Reapers, but he was so concerned about a counterattack that he sent his Reapers all the way home. And it's going to be 4 gateways. Now, this is all in.
Yeah, this is an all in here. This is not something where the Blink... You're like, that didn't work out so well. Time for plan B. And again, as Wolf said, with the Mothership core out, he's really able to damage a lot of different areas on the map. Now, he needs to get this Reaper before this Reaper finds out.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna.
Did he see?
He did see.
He did see the Twilight Council.
He needs to make bunkers in his main base, and he's already got one queued up. He has 2 bunkers going up at the front, 1 in his main base. He may even need 2 in his main base. This build is so strong, it's so hard to hold, and Bomber only has 6 Marines right now. He's going to need a lot more than that, and he doesn't have any Marines in production right now. He's trying to get some Marauders out. This push is going to be really, really close. Bomber has to be kind of in 2 places at once. He has to have his natural defended because the Stalkers just blink past the bunkers, or he could go into the main base. 4 Stalkers already warping in right now.
You know
this
what
time
I love
he's
about
so
this?
clutch.
It's hard to actually know exactly how many Marines are there.
Yeah.
If he had known there's just one, he would just continue to attack there.
I think he's just going to go for the main base. I think he's got to realize there's not enough Marines here. He's just going to target this bunker down. The SCVs are not ready for repair.
He might wait for another warping round here.
It looks like it, since he's off cooldown, and he's got one more pylon finishing now. He's going to do 4 more. Can only afford 2. We'll get the 3rd there. And once he blinks in, he can target that bunker down. There's a few Mirars here. He does not have Stim, of course. Interesting blink choice here.
This.
He needs to make sure that he's controlling the ramp.
Okay, he's doing a good amount of damage to this bunker, but there's a lot of SCVs here repairing.
He's probably just going to blink back to the front. Exactly. Beautiful blinks there, but I think...
I think Bomber just holds this, man.
He should have gone to the main, I feel.
You know, I don't know. I think really the story is he shouldn't have let that Reaper get there. I mean, the Reaper already spotted that there's no expansion. All right, now attacking this bunker, and a nice time warp here.
Yeah, imagine if he did this from the beginning, and the SCVs are coming off the line here. There's not a lot of DPS left for Bomber. Great blinks here by Super. He's going to need to warp in more Stalkers, though. He's going to have to retreat here. Blinks out. One Stalker misblinked.
All right, he's warping in a few more units, but every passing second puts Bomber in a better and better position.
Yeah, as soon as Stim finishes, this rush is over. Needs to go into the main base again. Right now, time warps. The ramp could blink over to the natural.
It looks like he's going to... No, he's going to go to the main.
He tricks him into that time warp. Forces the cancel on the bunker here, but he's still on a clock.
Yeah, okay, he's now moving forward here. A little bit of miss micro there, walking into those shots now. And, you know, as well as Super is blinking, I got to question how long this can last. Let's see, he's got several bruised Stalkers now. He's blinking very well, though.
A few more Stalkers coming in here, and the Mothership Core is down. He loses high ground vision. That's so important. Now he can't go up into the main base anymore. That's probably going to be it.
Yeah, this is kind of the point of no return here. And there's more units now spilling out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be it. Stim is almost done. He lost his Mothership Core, and you cannot lose the Mothership Core.
Okay, he's going to try one more time here at the front. Let's see if he can do any better. Now, there's nothing repairing that bunker, but he's still targeting the bunker that's actually empty.
Yeah, GG. Bomber ties the score.
1-1.
Super did not have to do that. He saw blood in the water, decided to go for the timing. And Bomber defended. He scouted. That one Reaper, like you said, was the key here. If without that Reaper scout, he doesn't have a bunker in the main.
The funny thing is, it's not even... There's really no question of what's going on. If there's no Nexus and there's a Twilight Council, I mean, Protoss is not going to go one base DTs.
One base High Templar.
Yeah, right. Trying to get one base. Archon, yeah. So really, from there it's clear, and Bomber knows what he has to do, and he did it. He just gets exactly what he needs. The bunkers, the defense.
The micro from Super was not ideal either. There was a few mistakes there.
Yeah, I mean, the fakie was pretty cool on the ramp.
I like that.
Time warping that and then going down and then running back up. But really, with Blink, if you don't win it in the first attack, you're probably in trouble.
Yeah,
it's pretty hard to recover from something like that. And yeah, I mean, we probably won't see anything like that again here. I think either strategy from either player will not be used again.
Exactly.
Here today, our final map for our first best of 3 is going to be Derelict Watcher. We've had a lot of new maps here in Code S.
Yeah, a lot of new maps for Code S here, and a lot in GSTL, a lot of new maps coming into the scene in general, and I'm really enjoying this one in particular. It's so fun.
This map's interesting because the late game expansions are really hard to secure.
Yeah, the's not very many bases
I feel like mid game in this map is really tricky, more so than plenty of other maps that we've seen here. And the game is now loaded up. I'm Tasis, with me is Wolf, and this is the GSL Code S.